Two old people on a couch. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. So, today is a lot colder than yesterday was, huh?
Yesterday in Oklahoma was summer.
Yes.
Today, it's winter.
Yeah.
That's how it happens here in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's freezing out there.
It is freezing.
We don't have to forget to turn on the AC. Turn off the AC in our luxurious studio.
Yeah. So, it's good.
Any good? How are you today, Karen? Oh, okay. She's doing good.
Karen's good?
Yeah, good. We had a discussion.
Okay, good.
And we were discussing science.
Okay.
So she's like hitting me up with the science. You know, you got science.
Yes.
And I was like, well, the science proves that Democratic ran, mayors, cities are the worst. Mm-hmm. And she's like, forget that science. Forget that science. And I was like, well, Sweden and all these other countries that didn't do any lockdown are doing better than us now. And she's like, oh, I hate science, she says. I only want the science that works for my opinion. That's the
only science.
So we've been arguing a little bit, and I'm freezing, I'm cold, it's rainy, and it is freezing. It's terrible. It's winter.
It is.
Go ahead.
All right, so you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
To get into the news?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the news. Okay, so first of all...
You look lovely, by the way, today.
Uh-oh.
What do I have to hit?
Karen? Oh, there it goes.
Karen, get on it, Karen.
I don't know what's going on.
All right.
Okay, so California's fires.
Yep.
Actually, I think it's now California and Oregon fires.
Yeah.
I think it's getting worse.
Now, I mean, fires are going to happen no matter what.
Yes.
But back in the 60s,
yes,
California was allowed to cut the underbrush, maintain the land, all that stuff, right?
Yes.
And people that lived in those areas that were prone to fires were allowed to cut back all the brush and everything away from their houses and everything. Yeah. And then the Sierra Club, it's called, came along.
Oh, okay.
And the Sierra Club said, no more of that.
No more of that.
Just let that stuff grow like a weed, right?
Oh, yeah?
And so they let it grow like a weed, and it's all, houses are only allowed to cut so far back, and so it burns right up to their house. It's almost like they are, but, it's for nature.
Oh, so they can't cut it back. Because from our experience with our little bitty yard.
Yeah.
And the trees just in our little bitty yard, that it's like, it's every year.
We cut out all our bushes and everything, not because of probably fire, but because they're just a pain in they grow like a weed all the time. So so that's why there's burning. And then, one of these fires got lit because they wanted to light fireworks for a gender reveal. They got so many genders now.
No, there's just two.
No, they tell me, Karen tells me we need two. And so to figure it out, we have to launch fireworks and tell the world which of the 20 genders the kid is now.
No,
and that
just two.
Launched over into those brushes that aren't allowed
to be cut.
Now, if they were allowed to keep all this stuff cut and everything, there might be a little fire going. They could run in over there and stomp it out. And
but it got out of control.
Because the Sierra Club.
The Sierra Club.
Okay. And, of course, the government... The governor of the state that will not let them cut and clean the underbrush.
And keep things trimmed down.
And they wonder why they're
trim.
Trim
and keep it under control.
Yeah.
Make it pretty.
They used to do it.
Okay.
And plus now all these people that love nature want to live in nature.
Yes.
So there's more people living in nature that can start these fires. But if these people that were living in nature could cut that underbrush at least, we would be in better shape. But
I don't know if this is going to be a mistake, but we'll try it anyway. Okay, so while we're here at this juncture talking about California, let's briefly, because I don't have a slide for this, let's talk about, so there's still rolling blackouts in California.
Yep.
Because of their power grid, right? There's
solar.
Wind. Also heard rumors... Or no, I didn't. Somebody reported that there are some rolling blackouts going on in New York.
In New York now, too. Yep.
And somebody also reported that a substation, power...
near Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
Blew up.
Blew up.
Yeah. Like that happens all the time.
Yeah, that happens all the time. So I'm just mentioning that stuff at this juncture because it's California and it goes along with the whole...
You've been telling us
yes.
the power is going to go wonky, and the power is already starting to go wonky.
A little bit. So
a little bit.
Keep your eye on it. Be prepared.
Right.
Be prepared. All right. So then let's get into... Okay, let's briefly say, so this is like the evacuation area of California that's being evacuated.
All right.
So that is the area. Don't know where that is, but that's the area that's being by this lake in California. So anyway.
You know what I hate is whenever, because I travel, is I go to other people's and they say tornado warning. Yes. Instead of showing the whole state.
They show the county.
They just show this county. I'm not from there.
And you don't know.
I'm like, is that right here or is that
10 counties away?
So then you have to get on your phone and start trying to do research and everything.
So then the next weather related thing that's going on is that also like an early snowstorm hit Colorado and Wyoming.
Yeah.
And the highways in Wyoming were all closed.
For a little bit, yep. They were closed down. The main highway 80 was closed down.
So the big thing with this is it was like 101 degrees one day and then a snowstorm the next. So weather, and I know you're going to say climate change, but
I
just don't say that.
I kind of joked about that today on Facebook.
Did you? Okay, well then let's just keep going because I have another thing that's going to tie into this.
And part of 8th, people believed in global warming. And then the 9th, everybody was saying global warming was BS.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about people believed in global warming up to the last day. And then whenever the temperatures all drop to record lows across the country, then everybody says it's BS. Because it's cold now. You can't get record lows whenever they're in early snowfalls if it existed. But go ahead. You don't even understand.
I don't understand. Climate change doesn't mean just getting warmer.
I'm talking about global warming.
Well, global warming doesn't just mean getting warmer.
Yeah.
It means changing.
Yeah.
They didn't name it well. Okay. So
no, it didn't fit their narrative, so then they went to global. First, back in the 70s, the little ice age, and there was these, I'll have to get a picture for you for the next show. There's these scientists with a beanie cap that were up in the Arctic or Greenland, and they swore
the ice caps would be gone.
No. The ice age was coming back.
Oh, okay.
Back in the 70s. And they had shows about it. They scared all us little children back then.
We were going to have
the
another
ice age is coming. Then all of a sudden, we had a couple droughty years and hot years. So then they're like, the global warming's coming. Then it started getting cold, and the Antarctic ice got bigger than ever before. And so then everybody started yelling that it's climate change because now ice was coming back. They were freaked out. They don't know how to, pump money out of the people and scare them, just like with COVID and everything else. So there you go.
Okay.
So now it's climate change, people.
Okay. So then I ran into this is about the magnetic poles shifting, about us having a pole shift.
Yeah, it's been moving.
Okay. Well, the pole shift fits into the fact, and it was very interesting, this whole article I read, so I might get it together and do a whole video on it. But it was very interesting because it causes all these things, the fires, the weather changes, all the weather changes. It also will disrupt our power grid if it happens. So I can always bring it back to power.
I could figure that they know by the magnetics of the rocks along the Atlantic trench or whatever it is, right? That over time it's flip flop. So they know that for a fact.
Yes, and now, it's due again.
It's probably due again. Who knows? Everything's due in our lifetime.
It
by
is.
The way. Yellowstone's gonna blow up. Mount Rainier's gonna explode. California's gonna fall. This is all happening this year.
No. California and Florida were already supposed to be in the ocean. The coast was supposed to be at Denver, Colorado.
That's why there's climate change now, because none of that
happened.
I went to the beach, and it was the
Mhm.
same way I was as a kid. You
Yeah.
know, so I was like, well, nothing's changed
Yeah,
here.
the
It's at
coast-
the same level.
The one coast was supposed to be in
Yeah,
Denver.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Everything was supposed to fall into the ocean. That was
Karen-
what we were told when we were kids.
I know you like science, but you got to look with your own
Mhm.
eyes, and nothing's changing. But I know, don't cry, Karen. Well, it's okay. I got her upset. Oh my God! It's gonna be a long day
You're gonna have to
after
send
this
Karen
show.
flowers now.
After this show, since I didn't send you flowers
I know.
for the anniversary.
Yeah, that will go over well.
But I'll deal with. We'll talk about it later, Karen. Okay.
So
what
anyway,
else?
it was a lot of interesting information
Okay.
that I ran across. It has a
Mhm.
lot of interesting stuff, and there's a guy, and I should have looked up his name because I watch him all the
It's
time.
moving though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it is
definitely. There's
moving.
no doubt in
Yes.
that if you have a compass,
Mm-hmm.
the magnetic north has shifted quite a bit.
Mhm.
So that's not a that's
So
that's science.
That's how I tied all this weather stuff in together today. So that was
Yeah.
that's what I came up with today.
All right.
So, okay, Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
is offering people money to not post or to delete their accounts until after the election.
One of my friends,
One of your friends.
who will remain anonymous, even though he wouldn't care at all. He got the $30 deal because he posts every day about Trump is awesome and the liberals are not so awesome.
Mhm.
And it's just funny that they chose him to be on we want you to be silent the rest of the way out.
After the election.
And one of his buddies also got the keep it silent. So I've been posting, trying to get on the list, but I won't take it. I'll just keep on posting. But I feel jaded because I
didn't get it on the list.
think I
know.
post all the time in favor of Trump. So I'm sure the hit squad. And remember, 1 week before, this isn't even a softball, they came out and said week before the election,
they're not going to do any new ads.
They're going to hide all, because the only time we
are they
really...
going to hide all ads, or are they going to
none.
not have any new ads?
No, they're going to...
I thought they were just going to have
They're
no
cutting
new
it. They're
ads.
going to block all the ads last week.
That's okay. The power will be off by then anyway.
But I think it's funny because we know that the reason why they're doing that is, now this is a softball, because something really big is going to come out.
Yeah. They're still going to switch.
Probably against the Democrat. There's going to be a lot of bad things coming out about the Democrats, and they're going to probably say, and the Republicans are also pushing. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. The Republicans are also pushing, that the corruption and the ballots and everything, and they want to keep that. No. It's all legit. It's all legit. We can have 100 ballots that go to dead people and that are already filled out that we can mail in.
Yeah.
Don't let people know that's happening.
Okay.
All
right. So that's Facebook thing.
Okay.
All right. So then the Senate has come up with a new stimulus, but it's like a smaller stimulus. It's only $500 billion instead of trillions of dollars, right?
Okay.
But it takes out, and I have this all written down in mumbo jumbo.
I don't even want to know, probably, do I?
No, you don't. They took out giving another stimulus to the people. So no checks, no $1,200 checks going to the people that need it. Now it shores up that extra $300 for the unemployed people per week that we haven't received yet.
Yeah,
that we're still waiting on. But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It gives $105 billion to schools and $15 billion to childcare, I think, to help with stuff they need for the coronavirus. I know it's all crap. It gives an additional $16 billion for coronavirus testing, which nobody needs.
Nobody needs testing.
And contract tracing and surveillance. It gives $31 billion. Will go toward the development of the vaccine, which I'm not going to take. And $250 billion of it goes to more PPP and we know how the PPP thing works.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
We know how the PPP thing.
Right. And
companies take it, they use it up, probably mostly for them, and then lay off.
Again, I'm happy.
Yes.
Because I really believe most of the people now realize that the COVID-19 was one of the biggest stunts in the world. Russia was big. Russia, big stunt in the world. And then you cannot watch mainstream media without saying, you know, it's all just a big hit job on Trump, and all, you know, Biden is great on the other side.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you know, you got Joe Biden, that quid pro quo, Biden that said it, came right out of his mouth, and nothing. You know, they just bury all that stuff. And his son worked, never had any experience. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Just the mainstream media is just so, like, these people can hear one story and then hear another story. And then, you know, and they keep fighting Karen over here. She's not going down. She's going like, those are all legit stories coming out of those mainstream media things. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, but most of the people know they're bought out, and they're working for one side.
They took the $30 from Facebook. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They took the $30. Yeah, I'm sure they're really bought out.
And the CNN and MSNBC, all of them, plus all of them are just evil, and they're bought out, and they're not news. They're just you can buy them. And right now, the DNC has bought them out, and they do whatever their owners that pay them the most tell them to do. That's all.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I'm happy because anyone on this planet that watches it knows that's what's going on.
Yeah. So, anyway,
that's
do you have anything
that's
else
it.
today?
Hopefully I didn't talk too much.
No, I don't think you did. I think we did good. We kept it snappy and everything.
Go back to bed.
So,
it's cold out there.
Remember to subscribe, like, and share the video. And we made our 100 subscribers, and we're trying to get to 1,000. And we have a giveaway, and it is the grand prize is a 2-week long-term storage bucket of food, and then 2 runner-ups of the 48-hour buckets of food.
Yeah.
Long-term storage.
And we're trying to hit our target.
And we're trying to get our target audience.
So if you know people that would like an older, conservative perspective of things, that's where we're going. We just don't want people to subscribe and not watch and just be nice. I mean, it would she likes getting subscribers, so. but we really want to get true subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
You know, and let me tell you, nobody might ever watch our video ever.
Yep.
But it makes him so happy. He makes him so happy.
Look, he's crying.
I know.
She loves her channel. I love her doing her channel.
I know.
And we love you. So.
Yeah. So there you go. So everything's cool. Yeah. So are you ready to wrap it up?
What is
it? It is midweek wrap up.
Midweek wrap up.
Midweek wrap up. So anyway, until next time, remember, keeping it simple is not the same as doing nothing.